Hello, my name is Alex Beesley from Germinal GB. I'm here today with Jamie Blake, the head greenkeeper at Broadway Golf Club. I'm interested to find out from Jamie his interest in proactive seeding and what it goes about with his course here. So Jamie, if I can ask you, why do you overseed?
I oversee for various reasons. One is to fill in damage and wear, but also to add other turf species of sward and strengthen it to make it more resistant to turf issues such as disease.
Okay, thank you for that. You've also chosen to overseed in February, which in essence is cold seeding. Why have you chosen to do that?
We do several overseeds at different times of year. Trying to fit in several overseeds is difficult with a busy fixture list. So recently I added cold seeding to the spring and autumn overseeds. Cold seeding has been added mainly to help early season recovery.
Okay, so you mentioned a couple of the times of the year. So in essence, your main of the times of year for proactive seeding would be?
The spring when the temperatures come up, and also then in late summer, autumn.
Okay, to maximise on those temperature,
Yes,
salt temperatures. Okay, thank you. How many of the times do you overseed a year, approximately?
Well, currently we're doing 3 times a year.
3 times.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's to get the maximum amount of seed into your greens. To get the maximum
that's it. Yeah.
Did you always overseed that frequently, or is this a new?
No. Obviously, we used to. Well, we tried to use a minimum of 2 overseas, but we're now obviously trying to increase that to put in a few more. So we've gone up to 3 now. So yeah.
Why do you feel that increasing your overseeding program would benefit you?
But basically, obviously, the opportunities of overseeding, trying to get as much in at different times.
Yes.
Hopefully we get more success from that.
Yes.
Doing that process really, rather than just benefiting on trying to just do 2 where the weather might not be with us or.
Yes. Yeah. So you're trying to get 100 to 150 kilograms of bent seed into your greens a year on average.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What methods do you find work for you?
We've used pot seeding with blunt tines, following up after aeration with it, and just broadcasting seed. We've also gone for sorrel rolling, dimple seeding, and slit seeding.
So you're using different methods.
Well, we use lots of different methods, at different times of the year to try and get the results. So they've all been reasonably successful, to be fair.
Okay, excellent. Do you always overseed with that same method? But as you've just said, it's subject to obviously time of year and weather conditions.
That's exactly it. Really, we just, like I said, if we use it, what time of year it is, whether we've got a lot of golf on and things like that. So disturbance.
So not disturbing the members too much.
That's correct. Yeah.
Points in time. Okay, thank you. What bent mixes do you actually use and why?
We started obviously overseeding with brown top mainly, but obviously we've now moved over to creeping bent, mainly because reading research etc. about it, it's been pretty successful. In the UK now with new cultivars, it's a little bit, its establishment is a little bit more competitive, and obviously the more modern ones are a lot more disease resistant.
Yes, exactly. Disease traits is a key factor.
Yeah.
And obviously having a more diverse blend within that makes benefits as well. Do you always use that same blend, or do you change that?
I've used a few different blends. Basically, one is obviously to trial different ones, and the other one is going forward using different blends will obviously help the diversity of the species within the sward.
So in your cold seeding just recently, what mix and blend did you use?
We used the
Majesty
forefront greens but we've added a little bit extra 007 into the mixture just to diversity. Yeah.
And do you believe that it's important to proactive seed long term?
I think like with disease preventative products, not going, but not being quite so effective, and the climate, I think proactive seeding, getting the sward stronger and more disease resistant, and also very good surfaces is obviously we need to move forward before we're mating forward. So
that's interesting. No, well, thank you for your input. It's been really interesting. We look forward to seeing your greens moving forward over that program. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.